Quinnipiac junior Katie Winkle is a lot of things. She is a nursing major, she is an orientation leader, she is in a sorority, and she is the co-chair of Quinnipiac's Relay for Life. But what you may not know about Katie is that she is also a cancer survivor.
When I was 13, in June of 2006, I was diagnosed with leukemia.
Katie was a regular 13-year-old whose passion was softball, but throughout the spring of 2006, her family and friends noticed she seemed to always be tired and that she wasn't acting herself. These realizations prompted a visit to the doctor.
The doctors thought, worst case scenario, I had mono or some gallstones because I had some stomach problems. So in June 20th, 2006, I went to the doctor, got a CAT scan, and they ordered blood work. And then the blood results showed that I was diagnosed with leukemia, and it was a nightmare.
A nightmare that was about to take over the life of a young and active girl. Katie knew that cancer was bad, and that she would probably lose her hair, but those realizations are not what scared her most.
As a 13-year-old, the hardest thing was probably not being able to hang out with my friends because my blood count would be a little low, so I would have to be in isolation for a while also being inpatient in the hospital receiving chemotherapy treatments.
Since Katie is from Orange, Connecticut, she received her treatment at Yale New Haven Hospital, a place where she spent a lot of time in 2006.
When I first got admitted, I was in the hospital for 2 months and I didn't come home, so I went to the hospital with the clothes off my back, and I didn't come home for 2 months, and I had to receive 6 rounds of intense chemo. I had blood transfusions, platelet transfusions. When you see a cancer patient, they're very sick. And I had, very few good days and a lot of bad days.
But with help from her family and friends who stood by her side the whole way through, Katie managed to beat the odds.
February 1st, 2007, I found out I was in remission.
After nearly 8 months spent fighting for her life, Katie officially checked out of the hospital and spent the spring and summer prepping for a new chapter.
I started high school a year later, and, I was cancer-free.
And now that she was free, Katie had a brand new appreciation for life.
Sometimes people complain about the small stuff in life, but going through such an eye-opening experience, you just realize that, life is so short. Just appreciate everyone around you.
After enduring so much pain and hardship at such a young age, one would think Katie Winkle would now want to take a step back and relax. But instead, she is taking a step forward, following her motto in life, pay it forward.
After I was sick, I wanted to pay it forward and kind of give back to my community. So I joined Relay for Life in my town, and I participated in that for 2 years. And then coming to Quinnipiac, I definitely wanted to give back.
In her 3 years at Quinnipiac, Katie has gone from being a member of Relay for Life's survivorship committee to now running the entire event as one of 2 co-chairs. Quinnipiac's Relay for Life kicks off Friday, April 11th at 6 p.m., and Katie and her crew are expecting to break the records for the amount of money raised and the number of participants who attend.
Our goal is $100,000. Right now, we're almost at $60,000, which is awesome. Last year, we raised a little over $75,000. So we have over 780 participants registered already and over 80 teams.
The theme for this year's event is Finish the Fight, and it's a marathon-like fundraiser that goes from 6 p.m. Friday to 6 a.m. Saturday in the TD Bank Sports Center. Along with running it all, Katie will be participating with her team called Kate's Crew.
Relay, kind of celebrates survivors. That's the main purpose, and also remembers people who haven't been as fortunate as me.
And though she already does so much, Katie also pays it forward by volunteering on the same floor of Yale New Haven Hospital where she fought cancer 8 years ago.
I volunteer there on the weekends, and it's awesome because I get to see my old nurses, and sometimes I talk to the patients, and as a volunteer it's awesome to see you just have such a unique appreciation.
An appreciation that Katie links to every aspect of her life.
Cancer has been the worst thing to happen to me and my family, but also the best. It's been one of the biggest blessings of my life. I really wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
And for those who are inspired by Katie, like I am, here's her advice that we all can take to make the most of each day.
Just try to focus on the good and be happy and try to pay it forward in any aspect of your life.
Taylor Popielarz, Q30 News.